listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what, no matter what nobody said. Let's just, here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
Tonight's story begins with a question that refuses to go away. If so much footage exists, why did the public only see a fraction of it? According to 50 Cent, more than 140 hours of recordings involving Sean Diddy Combs exist. And when his Netflix documentary Sean Diddy Combs, The Reckoning premiered, it shook the industry instantly. But as explosive as it was, major details were left untouched, names were never spoken, and entire threads were quietly omitted. What you're about to hear is based on what the archive claims was left out, and why those missing pieces may change how this story is remembered. One of the most infamous moments dates back to December 27, 1999, in Side Club, New York in Times Square. Diddy and Jennifer Lopez were celebrating when a confrontation allegedly erupted with a man named Matthew Scar Allen. Witnesses claimed money was thrown in Diddy's face, tempers flared, and gunfire followed. Prosecutors later stated that multiple shots were fired, leaving 3 people injured, including Natanya Rubin, who was struck in the face and still has the bullet lodged in her cheek. Diddy publicly denied involvement, insisting he never possessed a gun and had nothing to do with the shooting.
Charges and allegations against me are 100% false, and I feel confident that in the next couple of days that I'll be vindicated and everything will be all right.
Police reports described a high-speed chase through Manhattan, running more than 10 red lights before officers stopped Diddy's vehicle and allegedly recovered a stolen firearm. Despite these accounts, Diddy was acquitted, while rapper Jamal Shine Barrow was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison, later alleging that he was framed and left to take the fall. The archive also revisits how power operated around Diddy during that era. It highlights how other major figures, including Jay-Z, faced serious accusations during the same period yet avoided lasting consequences. Jay-Z turned himself in after a stabbing at the Kit Kat Club in 1999, where witnesses and police reports alleged he attacked record executive Lance Rivera. Jay-Z later pleaded guilty to a lesser charge, avoided prison time, and controversially described the incident as a turning point that helped him become more cautious.
I have my faults. I'm not a perfect person. I don't want people to think that it's just everything is bounce, or can I get a hard knock life, you know what I mean? I have my dark days also,
According to voices featured in the archive, including Gene Deal and commentary attributed to 50 Cent, the difference between Diddy and Jay-Z was not innocence, but strategy.
The people in power had gave that reign to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him, when in fact they may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky shit, and Diddy is and was rambunctious.
Diddy was described as loud and reckless, while Jay-Z was portrayed as quieter and more calculated, allegedly operating behind the scenes rather than in public chaos. Another section focuses on Diddy's relationships with powerful figures outside music. Footage and photos show him socializing with U.S. presidents, celebrities, and business elites.
We wearing a t-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me.
The guy's good. The guy's good, y'all. Let's give it up for him.
Donald Trump publicly praised Diddy on The Celebrity Apprentice, calling him a good friend, while later resurfaced clips show Trump defending him when others declined to comment.
I love Diddy. He's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
These connections raise uncomfortable questions about how influence may shield accountability. The archive also revisits disturbing party footage that circulated for years, showing celebrities at Diddy-hosted events surrounded by intoxicated women and chaotic environments. In interviews, Diddy openly described controlling party conditions, from heat to locked doors, framing it as atmosphere, while critics saw something far darker. Comedians like Kevin Hart later appeared nervous, explaining their presence in that footage, suggesting awareness of how bad it looked even then.
I have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed.
Perhaps the most haunting section centers on Kim Porter. Former bodyguard Gene Deal alleged Diddy physically abused her and used her as leverage in business dealings. In November 2018, Porter died suddenly at age 47. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner ruled her death natural, citing pneumonia. But the archive points out inconsistencies, noting she was reportedly healthy days earlier. While foul play was not officially suspected, the unanswered questions linger. This is why the unreleased footage matters. Not because it proves guilt on its own, but because it exposes patterns, power, and protection. If even half of what was left out is accurate, then the real story was never about a single scandal. It was about how much can be hidden when money, fame, and silence work together. And if these tapes ever fully surface, the reckoning may only be beginning. What happens next depends on what finally gets released, who talks, and how long the truth can stay buried before everything collapses in public view.